I'm Katie Hall. Welcome to your final Tuesday edition of Wildcat News for the spring semester.
And I'm Clayton Connor. Earth Day is this week, so we start our newscast focused on the environment. On Saturday, Raven Run will be holding events for the celebration. All day will be the Great Garlic Mustard Removal to get rid of invasive mustard plants from the sanctuary. There will be multiple scavenger hunts for kids up to the 5th grade. You can plant your own seedling, take it home with handmade planters from the Tates Creek High School pottery students. The students are also hosting crafts from 1 to 4. After dark, there will be stargazing. To register and for more information, go to lexingtonky.gov and check out the event calendar.
What can we do for Earth Day every day? I spoke to natural resources and environmental science major Faith Roberts to learn more. Earth Day is this weekend where people all around the globe celebrate the Earth by picking up litter, being more environmentally aware, or by just enjoying time outside. But celebrating the Earth can be an everyday thing too.
Any community, whether it's really spread out and sparse or more condensed, like in Lexington, the most important thing for people to remember is joining the community's efforts to promote sustainability. So whether that's joining in on group activities or joining a local group of people who are activists or people who volunteer in the field, whatever you're interested in is a good place to start. Just finding another group of people who share your common goals. Nothing is accomplished alone, even though we can of course all recycle and all decrease fossil fuel emissions and compost, etc. Those things only go so far as an individual. The real change will come from working with other people in your community.
Some student organization groups that focus on the environment are UK Green Thumb, who push for a more sustainable campus, the Outdoor Adventure Club, and the Horticulture Club. More information about these organizations can be found at students.ca.uky.edu.
Kentuckians will now be required to have a permit to hunt or fish on their own property if they own less than 5 acres. The provision was added to Kentucky Senate Bill 241 as an emergency, which means that it will go into effect immediately. Governor Andy Beshear initially tried to veto the bill, but Republican supermajorities in the House and Senate were able to override it. The bill also removed a state requirement that children under 16 have written consent from a legal guardian to apply for a youth hunting license. The family of Connor Sturgeon, the shooter who killed 5 people at the Old National Bank in Louisville last week, is having his brain examined for CTE. The family believes their son suffered 3 concussions in his youth playing organized sports. CTE can only be diagnosed with an autopsy and neuropathological exam.
Federal authorities have arrested 21-year-old Jack Tuzeria in connection with the leaked Pentagon documents. The FBI released this video of the arrest on April 14th. Tuzeria was a member of the Massachusetts Air National Guardsmen based out of Cape Cod. The documents found online last month detailed U.S. spying operations on Russian war efforts in Ukraine. They also included intelligence gathering on American allies, including South Korea and Israel. A shooting in Dadeville, Alabama has claimed the lives of 4 people and left 28 others injured. Police say shots were fired at around 10:30 Saturday night at a Sweet 16 party. The police have yet to identify a suspect in the case and are asking for any information that may help bring in the assailant. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill banning abortions after 6 weeks. The bill does include a provision regarding victims of rape or incest, allowing for those abortions to be conducted at up to 15 weeks, but the patient is required to produce either a restraining order or a police report before the procedure can be performed. This comes just weeks after the Texas state judge blocked the approval of a medical abortion bill.
The Sudanese military clashed with a local paramilitary group known in the region as the Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, on Saturday. Nearly 200 people were injured and 27 were killed in the fighting, including 3 United Nations workers. This clash comes after months of escalating tensions between the RSF and the Sudanese military government. The RSF has previously been accused of using violence to stop anti-government protests as far back as 2019. United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken visited Hanoi, Vietnam over the weekend as the two countries attempt to deepen their political ties. President Joe Biden and the head of Vietnam's ruling Communist Party spoke on the phone last month. The goal is to have these diplomatic proceedings lead to a meeting between the two in July. An explosive device was thrown at Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida on Saturday during a campaign stop. The suspect threw what appeared to be a homemade pipe bomb at the minister as he approached on the stage. No one was injured and the suspect was apprehended at the scene. The attempt on Kishida's life comes just 9 months after the assassination of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Sports news with Sophie Davis is up next.
We'll see you in 90 seconds.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Hi, I'm Sophie Davis, and this is your Wildcat Sports Report. We start by congratulating the UK stunt team. They finished their first season on Saturday as the runner-up at the Division I Nationals behind two-time defending national champion California Baptist. The two teams went head-to-head, but the Lancers took home their third national title in as many years. The UK gymnastics team finished their season last Thursday at the NCAA Championship semifinals in Fort Worth, Texas. The Gym Cats competed against Utah, UCLA, and Oklahoma, who would be crowned the national champs later in the week. The historic 2023 season for the Wildcats included their second appearance ever at nationals, placing 6th out of 8 teams in the semifinals and setting program records multiple times throughout the season. At just over halfway through their season, the Kentucky softball stands number 16 in the nation. The Lady Cats finished their home series against 6th-ranked Tennessee this past weekend, going 0 for 3. Kentucky is now 25-13 overall and 7-8 in SEC play. The Wildcats are led by 5th-year catcher Kayla Kowalik, who is batting .438 for the season. Kowalik is the all-time leading hitter for UK and has the most runs scored in program history. On the defensive side, shortstop Aaron Koffel has earned NFCA National Player of the Week honors once this season. The Wildcats lost their star pitcher Stephanie Schoonover recently due to an injury, but sophomore Alexia LaKenta has stepped up. LaKenta pitched the first and third games of the weekend series. Her season ERA sits at 3.2. The Lady Cats have 11 more games until the SEC tournament. They look to return back to the NCAA Super Regionals to finish their season. The Kentucky women's tennis team came up short against the Texas A&M Aggies on Friday. After taking the doubles section 2-1 in exciting fashion, the Wildcats would go 1-5 in singles competition, with the sole win coming from Lydia Gonzalez in straight sets of 7-5. The Wildcats will go on to the SEC Women's Tennis Championship in Fayetteville, Arkansas on Wednesday. Finally, the NBA playoffs kicks off this weekend. Miami Heat point guard and former Kentucky Wildcat Tyler Hero broke the ring finger in his shooting hand and is expected to be out for at least a month, missing the rest of the postseason. It wasn't all bad news for UK alumni, though, as De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk combined for 70 points in the Sacramento Kings win over the Golden State Warriors. That's your Wildcat Sports. David Ashley is up next with entertainment news after the break.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
It's been a big week in the entertainment world. Here's David Ashley with more.
Thank you guys. The longest running show in Broadway history has taken its final bow. After 35 years, nearly 14,000 performances, over $1.3 billion in revenue, and 9 actors in the titular role, The Phantom of the Opera closed on Broadway. The show's creator, Andrew Lloyd Webber, was in attendance and dedicated the final performance to his deceased son, Nick, who passed away from stomach cancer at 43. Now, on a brighter note, the Super Mario Bros. Movie was on Rainbow Road this weekend as it surpassed $700 million at the global box office. The film is now the highest-grossing video game adaptation of all time. It holds the record for the highest opening box office weekend for an animated film at $92 million, melting Frozen 2's record by almost $6 million. The film is projected to be the first movie of 2023 to surpass $1 billion. Warner Bros. Has announced a Harry Potter TV show for its streaming service HBO Max. HBO chairman Casey Bloys says that the show will dive deep into each of the books and be a faithful adaptation of the series beloved by millions. An official release date is yet to be announced. And finally, in local entertainment-related news, Cannabuzz, a new bar and dispensary, will be having its soft open this Thursday, April 20th. They will be located in the Distillery District on Manchester Avenue, across from the Manchester Music Hall and soon-to-be-completed Manchester Hotel. The dispensary will deal in hemp, CBD, and THC products. That's all in entertainment news. Back to Clayton and Katie at the desk.
Thank you, David. Wow, that Mario movie, that was a big surprise in the box office.
Yeah, did you get to see it?
I haven't gotten to see it yet, have you?
I have, actually. It was pretty funny.
It was funny?
Well, kind of. It was a kid's movie, so.
Did they have a lot of like Mario Kart, or is it just based around the movies?
They do have Mario Kart, but I don't know if I won't say any more because I don't want to spoil it for any of the viewers.
Okay, I was hoping that there'd be a lot of cool references and other characters outside of just Mario.
They put an NES in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is great.
Cool.
Well, this is our last Tuesday newscast for the semester. Our Tuesday Wildcat News crew wants to wish you good luck on finals.
Thanks for watching and have a great summer.